Hey y'all, let's make some chocolate chip cookies. I'm using the recipe out of For the Love of Sourdough by the Food Nanny. These are fantastic. So let's make some cookies. First, let's wash our hands. Don't mind the hunk of ground meat back there, that's dinner. Alright, hands are washed. So we are going to double this recipe. Let's get started. We're going to be using 5 sticks of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sticks of butter. And then we're going to add our sugar, our raw cane sugar. We're going to be using 2 cups. And light brown sugar, 2.5 cups packed. We are going to cream these together for 5 minutes. So I'll be right back. Very important, make sure you're stopping the mixer and scraping down your sides in this 5 minutes. Alright, our 5 minutes is up. We're going to turn the mixer off, scrape everything down. To this, we are going to add 6 teaspoons, not tablespoons, 6 teaspoons of vanilla and 4 of our farm fresh eggs, guys. If your eggs don't look like this, you're doing it wrong. I'm going to mix that in. Just slow, so everything becomes cohesive. Again, we are going to stop the mixer, scrape everything down. Turn it back on for just a few seconds. Alright, everything's mixed there. We're going to turn our mixer off. In a separate bowl, we are going to take our flour. We have 7 cups of flour. We are going to add baking soda, baking powder, and salt. For this recipe, it's 2.5 teaspoons of baking soda, 2.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 4 teaspoons of salt. So we're going to add this into a separate bowl. And we're going to give this a little whisk. I think I might need a bigger bowl. Because I have to add chocolate chips, and I don't think my chocolate chips are going to fit. Hold please, let me get another bowl. Let's see if this one's bigger. Not really. Oh no! Alright, note to self, buy bigger bowls. Alright, we've mixed all that. I think what I'm gonna do is separate this to add the chocolate chips. Yeah, let's do that. One moment. Okay, I don't have big enough bowls in my kitchen, obviously. So I have my dry ingredients. Now we're going to add chocolate chips. We are going to be adding 6 cups of chocolate chips. We like to use the minis because my kids love the minis. It's important that you drop some on the floor while you're doing this. I don't like this thing keeps bouncing in and out. It's kind of invasive. Alright, we're going to mix our chocolate chips into our batter. Mixing your chocolate chips into your dry batter helps them from all sinking to the bottom of the cookie when you bake them. It gives them a nice little coat of flour to help them from sinking on you. Alright. Now, all of this goes into our frame. Oh my god, I forgot the discard. I forgot to add the discard to this. So these are not sourdough at the moment. We have to add that real quick. We're going to be adding 2/3 of a cup of sourdough to this and mixing it. This is real life. Be right back. Okay, discard added. Now we're going to slowly add our dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. My personal preference is to turn it on slow and slowly add. If not, you're going to have an explosion of flour. Let's see if I can do it this way. I am not left-handed. Yeah, I gotta do this right-handed. Sorry, guys. See? Like that. I don't know if you guys saw that. Flour explosion. Alright, my bowl's getting kind of full, so I'm going to take this off and continue to add the dry ingredients by hand. Ooh. Let's wash our hands real quick. Alright, we're going to continue adding our dry ingredients to our wet ingredients and mixing it together. I hope my mixer bowl is big enough. Alright, I'm going to continue to do this. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, our dough is all mixed together, made a complete mess. We're going to pop a lid on it, stick it in the refrigerator for 4 hours, and then we'll come back and put it on a baking sheet and bake it. So see you guys in about 4 hours. The mess. Alright, it's been 4 hours, so now it's time to bake. I've got my oven preheating at 350. Plus, we are going to take our cookie dough in an ungreased sheet pan. We're going to roll it into a ball. And we're going to place them on the sheet pan. We're going to repeat this process until the dough is not in the bowl anymore. So let me do this and we'll be back. Alright, we've rolled out 24 balls. So now we're just going to gently press them down on the sheet just to kind of flatten them out a little bit. Oh, this is 1 to 2 tablespoons of dough per ball, depending on how big or small you want your cookies to be. And actually you can do them a little smaller than that and make little mini cookies. My kids love the little mini cookies. That's kind of their favorites. Alright, so we have pressed them down. And then we're going to pop them in the oven, 350, for 8 to 10 minutes until the edges are brown, golden brown, and the center still a little gooey. They don't say to do this picking up after you smash them down, but I like to, just to kind of loosen them back up off the cookie sheet. So we're going to throw them in the oven. 10 minutes, we'll be back. So I still have a lot of dough. I'm going to go ahead and roll them and place them on this tray. That way whenever these come out, I can switch them out and keep going. Alright, we got all of our cookie dough in balls ready to go. We should have a few more minutes left in the oven, and I'll be back when those are done. I am going to pop these back in the refrigerator just so that they stay cool before cooking. So I'm going to do that real quick too. Alright, these are ready to come out. Look at that. And we're going to pop this tray in. Alright, these guys are done. We're going to let them cool, and then we'll take them, we're going to let them cool in the pan for a few minutes, and then we're going to take them off the pan and let them cool on a cooling rack. And then tomorrow we will bag them up and put them on the stand. I'm going to finish this process with the remaining, I think I have 18 or 20 cookie dough balls left. I'm going to finish the process, and yeah.